So episode, I'm gonna say 16. The teens are all molding together for me because we're
getting up there.
We're up there.
I think we are on 16.
All right, 16. We'll correct it.
We're getting up there. Yeah.
We'll correct it in the post if we are so wrong, which honestly,
sometimes we are. Yeah.
I think a lot of the time we are. Yeah, we got some fun stuff. Some crazy shit happened this weekend with the UFC events. Not only legacy building performances, but also just career-ending injuries.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump into that. We're also, of course, going to talk about the finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier. If
of course.
Watching it with us along our journey of talking about it, we definitely, I'm sure, all have some big thoughts about it.
Oh, yeah. Some
Theories, what's to come, and also just what we thought about the show. And then I want to give a special little time if you guys are rock and roll fans like myself. There's a hot new band, well, newish, Greta Van Fleet. They've
been around for a little while.
Yeah,
they're still new. They're still fresh.
They're young. They're a young band leading the rock and roll community to new heights, and I am so fucking, like, as a fan, I'm proud of them. I don't know if my pride does anything for them or this show, but regardless, I want to just talk about their new album a little bit. But with that said, grab your popcorn and get ready for some salty content.
I almost forgot what you were about to say.
I did. This Proper 12 is real good. No, I almost switched it. I almost said grab your salty and get ready for some popcorn. So I had to reverse it. It's a hot day. We're having.
Yeah, it's a hot day. Yeah.
We're having a fever dream. Okay, so UFC. Holy shit.
So I didn't see the whole fight, but from the highlights, already was an interesting fighting event already, and then that injury just.
Yeah, I think, because there was a lot of big things to talk about, but I think what we're referring to is what happened to Chris Weidman.
Yeah.
And his fight against Uriah Hall.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
This is okay. Let's just point out like the very ironic and weird coincidence of this injury. Yeah. I'm not sure when Anderson Silva broke his leg on Chris Weidman. It was a few years back, but Anderson Silva kicks Chris Weidman in the leg, snaps it. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Then fast forward to last Saturday night, Chris Weidman has the same injury that was done onto him, if that's how you say that.
Basically, the same injury that he gave Silva happened to him.
Yes, and like Weidman has been part of 3 of the most disgusting injuries in UFC history,
no, seriously.
And he was on both sides of them.
Silva, was it Vanderlei or was it Anderson? Anderson Silva got his ankle fucking broken.
It wasn't even ankle; it was his shin.
Oh, it was his shin. That's what it was.
Boomerang.
Yeah, boomerang. Yeah.
Chris Weidman did the same
thing. And not only that, like both of them, when they kicked it, they didn't feel it until they put their foot back in the ground. Yeah, they stepped in the ground after kicking him. And,
when I saw him step on the ground, I was like, no.
And it just fucking folds and it stays folded. It's so bad. It was actually an open fracture. I watched this guy, this doctor, Brian Sutter, and he just breaks down the craziest like sports.
I think it's Sutter. Yeah.
Sutter, yeah.
I'm Dr. Brian Suter, and this is your #1 source for learning about the unique medical side of the world of sports.
I may have shown you. This one once.
Yeah.
But he broke this one down, and he actually showed like a close-up of before Weidman steps on it. His skin is broken.
Was it broken?
Yeah.
That was gonna be my question.
It's an open fracture.
Break skin?
Yeah.
I saw
the bone didn't come out, but I think what he said, the impact of
just split his skin open.
Split it open.
Yeah, exactly. My same reaction, man.
Yeah, that was but the irony, the fact that it came full circle like that, that's everybody's reaction, is the fact that it happened to
It's spine chilling. It's spine chilling.
Yeah.
some MMA fighter, I forget who it was, he tweeted, he's like, I'm never going to throw a leg kick again.
I know!
If this happened twice within a decade, like, it's...
And it never happened before
Leg
that.
kicks are dangerous. Like, you may build up that muscle as much as you want.
And shed down the nerves on your shin.
Yeah, but honestly, one good kick can just snap your shin.
Yeah.
As displayed.
Exactly. So it's like leg kicks. I feel like certain leg kicks should be allowed and certain types of leg kicks should be disallowed, you know?
This might very well change course for
You think so?
UFC rules. I mean, the fact it's happened twice now,
Right.
within,
Yeah,
a
it can't be a
5-10 year
coincidence
period.
at this point now.
And leg kicks, especially in the last couple of years, have become very popular because
Yeah.
they've been fight ending, not necessarily.
Yeah, people
because,
train leg kicks now because it's been like chopping down a tree, basically. Yeah.
It's like boxing's body work,
Yeah.
and it makes sense, because like what we saw with Dustin Poirier with McGregor, like McGregor couldn't even use his leg before he got knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
We saw what happened to Sugar Sean O'Malley. Vera.
Fight.
It's okay. It was not that great, but
Okay.
because of what happened. So
Right.
Vera kicks behind his knee, and there's a nerve there to where your leg goes completely limp.
Yeah.
The fighters that have experienced it explain it, saying
I played that prank on people.
it doesn't. Right. They say it doesn't hurt. It's just you can't feel anything.
Yeah.
And it takes a while for your shit to fire
Yeah,
back
it's
up.
almost like a Charlie horse without the pain.
Yeah, it's literally the term the dead leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that legs hurt though.
But yeah,
Dead
so
legs
we're not
hurt, yeah,
UFC
but it's like
fighters,
without
so-
the pain. Yeah, it's without the pain.
They could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could.
macho
Yeah, it
and-
could actually be painful, and we're just wimps.
Yes, that's why we do podcasts.
Yes, that's why we podcast and not fight.
We talk about fighting instead of actually fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I will say this, because we're talking about the power of leg kicks. Literally the fight before, and I mean the fight before the Weidman fight, the guy won off of a TKO from leg kicks.
That's right.
And it was one leg kick. He threw one leg kick, but instead of the shin, he hit the thigh. And he hit the thigh, and he put, and he tried to step out, and he fell all the way down.
Yeah.
And he got on, and then it turned into like a ground scramble, and then the period ended.
Really?
And the guy went back to his corner, and he was doing
Just
this.
limping.
Yeah, and the ref was like,
The power
Now
of
you're
leg
done.
kicks.
You're not showing. That's not a good sign.
yeah. The dude even stood up, was like, no, I got this. So
My guy.
yeah, they
You
literally
don't got this.
literally the fight before, the dude won the fight off of one leg kick. And what's crazy is, because I know him and Weidman were in the same camp, so like friends, and they trained together.
Yeah.
He was probably watching his boy like, oh, I'm gonna do that. Sight. He did exactly that and wrapped it around.
Snapped his leg up.
Nuts.
Wait, so you're saying Weidman's friend was the guy that won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's like, fuck yeah, leg kicks. We worked on that.
Yeah, we trained it and it works. I'm gonna prove it too.
Yeah.
We're both gonna get.
We got tree trunk for legs.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. I watched the post fight interview of the dude who won previous. He was talking about how that hurt because they trained together and they did train leg kicks, and to see that happen, something so fluky to kind of happen.
So fluky.
And on top of that, Uriah Hall's reaction, he wasn't like, yeah.
No,
he was just kind of like,
he was shocked too.
yeah.
Because he probably felt that shit break.
Yeah.
On his own space.
Probably.
I mean, I think he did something like he just like rose his hands up, going like, oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he did his usual sit down and pray and whatnot. But it wasn't like how normally it's like a celebratory thing.
Right.
Didn't feel that way here. It
felt
felt like
he was concerned for his friend.
Yeah, he was praying for him, for his opponent.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how that worked, but that was just one fight. And well, technically two, because I talked about
Yeah.
But that was just one fight. Every fight on that fight card.
Yeah,
ended in
talk
a
about
finish.
those other ones because I haven't seen them.
Okay, so the third championship fight was it was two chicks.
It was a Chinese girl in the not Uzbekistan.
The chick in the yellow. Their names I don't their names escape me.
No, I got it mixed up. I got it all the way mixed up. Okay. So there's a Brazilian girl who fought the girl from I forget the name of the country. Kyrgyzstan or something like that.
Kyrgyzstan. The blonde.
Yeah.
Yes. And she got her.
Shevchenko.
Oh.
Yeah, Shevchenko. But I forgot the name of the country she's from.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, her name is very unpronounceable. But.
Yeah, I want to say Shevchenko.
Yeah, it's some.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
Look it
Look it up.
Yeah,
And we can
just bring
pop it
up-
on screen for everybody so they can see along.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Where
The co-main event was Rose Namajunas.
Namajunas? Yeah.
She is so like
I haven't seen her fight before. I haven't even heard her
she's
name.
a badass.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh yeah, she's
Stud
the girl.
Rose.
You ever see a girl who's like bald? That's
Oh,
That's
okay.
her.
I've seen some highlights with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she. Okay, remember the
Well, I
Chinese?
mean, I saw the ad for the fight. So
Remember the Chinese chick and that other chick who, by the end of the fight, had a big old.
Oh, Zhang Wali.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Zhang Wei Li.
Wei Li. Yeah.
I think it's Wei Li.
Zhang
Rose
Wei
and
Li.
her-
Yeah, Zhang Wei Li. That's what it
Rose
was.
and her fought. Guess what happened? Rose kicked her in the face and knocked her out in the first round.
No.
A
In the-
front,
No.
Dude, it
a
was
front leg kick.
Yeah,
A
dude.
front leg. So it wasn't even like she was back here.
No.
Yeah, boom.
She like.
No, she literally stepped into it.
Yep. and
Boom.
just went,
Yeah,
Bam.
no, it's just one of those
All the way
moments
down.
where it's just like she got caught.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Rose is that skill to where she
Damn.
could do that to
Yeah,
someone like
she can catch
Wei Li.
somebody. Yeah.
You know, you can't take her lightly. And
Damn.
you know,
that kind of bums me out though because Zhang Wei Li is probably one of my favorite international fighters. Like I love her
She's
to
a-
death.
she's a
She's a
badass.
beast. Like she straight up attacks. She's like the female Brock Lesnar.
she was crushed by it. She was very upset that the ref stopped the fight. But as she was protesting, she was like,
Yeah, no,
wobbling
she
over it.
was, she was done.
Rose because Rose immediately pounced on her. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
was like,
Well, that's obvious because I mean, if you get someone down, you just keep going until the fight's over. Yeah.
you have to. you
Yeah.
know? Unless the guy is like zombied. You know,
Yeah.
which she was basically there. But anyway.
But yeah, and if you watch it in slow motion, like not only did she drop with the front leg kick, but the first punch came like straight to the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, and then the second one straight to the temple. Like
She was,
he couldn't have stopped it fast enough. Like
yeah,
she was done.
she
That's
pounced.
disappointing. That's a little disappointing. If I saw that fight, I'd probably be a little bit heartbroken, and I am slightly heartbroken hearing about.
I was shocked hearing about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm honestly a fan of Rose too. I did think Wei
Okay.
Li was gonna win because I've seen more of her fights.
Yeah.
But this made me an instant fan of Rose.
Yeah.
I still will always. I mean, sign me
Yeah,
up
respect,
for a Wei Li fight.
yeah.
But
Respect to Whaley for sure.
And we're probably
because
saying
she's
her name
definitely
wrong,
earned her
sorry.
name. in the game.
um,
Yeah, she's coming back from this for sure.
But Rose, dude, like not only
Rose
she's
is coming
so
up.
not only she's so badass, and she's the first woman in history, MMA history, to win the strawweight belt twice.
Mm.
Because she lost it after she won it the first time, and then came back and won it again just now. So, hats off to her. And I'm just going to say, I think I'm in love with her, dude.
Which one?
Rose.
Rose.
Yeah, so
She's-
I
She's sneaky cute.
yeah, like cause I know she has like the bald head, so like a lot of guys don't think.
If you see her in older
Oh
fights
no,
with her
I don't
hair,
care about that.
Okay.
You do you with your hair.
I don't
bro.
care
Like,
either.
it's just hair.
she even
like-
said, she's like, it's a fight, not a beauty contest. I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm in love with you and leave more now, Rose.
Exactly.
I know you're married, and your husband could kill me.
Yeah,
But
yeah, he was
I'm
a coach
gonna-
in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my First Amendment while we still have them to say, sorry, dude. I love your wife, man.
And I'm sure he's like, yeah, I know she fired.
Yeah, I know she fired.
I know I got a 10. Yeah, but no, I was kind of like, yeah, it's a fight, not a beauty contest. Easy for you to say, you freaking win both.
Yeah.
It's so easy for you to
She
say.
can rock that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she have a choice. She could lose and be like, well, fine, let's make it a beauty contest. I didn't
Yeah.
win that.
Yeah,
so.
right.
And what's great about her is that when I see, because a lot of MMA female fighters, to me, just, because they're fighters, they're not like the prettiest good looking things.
Yeah.
But when there are like those gems that are actually like just very naturally
Yeah,
beautiful,
like
sometimes.
Nunez and
Oh, you think I'm not attracted to that Nunez.
she's pretty. I like her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
Nice.
She's very much like a homeboy though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like her. That's why
Yeah.
I'm trying
That's why I like her.
to
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, like if I saw her in the streets, I feel like I'd give her a pound before I give her a hug.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'd
That's
probably
the type
give
of chicks
her a
that I
hug,
like.
but-
You know, the chicks that I can be friends with. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, if you saw your homeboy say, hey, give me a hug, bro. Hey, hold up.
Yeah.
I feel like Nunez would do that.
I'll each other all the time.
I just hugged you guys.
Yeah, exactly. But we gave it that pound first, see?
Yeah, right.
That's
Gotta
true.
make a
we
man.
got pound first. See, if you don't put the pound in first, then it's a problem.
You gotta pound it.
There's memes about this, y'all.
I need to have some conversations with my friends. I didn't do it wrong. But yeah, with so what I was getting at was when there's a really cute fighter, sometimes it's really like hard for me to like watch them fight, you know, just to see them getting busted up. But with Rose, even though I'm like really attracted to her, her badassness shines through that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And her name is Thug Rose.
I
Like
get
she
that,
looks like
yeah.
a fucking pit bull when she's staring
she
down.
does, though.
Because her
Okay.
eyes are interesting, like, but her like the blueness like kind of shines through them, and she does this
She has like
that.
those piercing eyes.
Oh,
yeah.
She has teardrop eyes.
Yeah,
she has teardrop
Like
eyes, so.
you buy in the name Thug, and then when it's all said and done, she's smiling. You're like, oh wow, you are so beautiful.
Yeah, you're very.
I'm a huge fan.
Every rose has a thorn.
Hey, that's clever.
That's
That's clever. But yeah, if she wanted to model, she could.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
be.
And
it
I'd
might be
gladly
good.
take those photos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hit us up.
Hit us
I know,
up.
yeah. We're photographers. But yeah, I remember they were showing like photos of her with her long hair, and I was like, oh yeah, if she didn't want to fight,
Yeah.
she could just be
Easy.
like a model.
She had options.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I think, well, in a way, like, I think about like Paige Van Zandt. Everybody kind of looks at her as
Yeah.
like the really hot
Yes,
fighter,
yeah.
which she is. But when she was like, when her face looked like Swiss cheese in one of those fights, I thought that was hot. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I know you think that's a girl. I thought that was hot.
Okay, I definitely need to have conversations.
Yeah, I thought that was hot.
I made
She was,
out with
like,
her right
shooting
after that fight.
Yeah, I thought that was hot. Because you think about a lot of girls that look like her and they're like, tiptoe around everything.
Yeah.
She shows that, like, nah, like, we could go play football. Like, you know?
Play full contact football.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
No pads.
Hey, we need,
Rugby.
yeah, exactly. We need one more. And
Hey,
and
babe,
she'll
let's
play.
wrestle.
That's wrestle.
Yeah. But I see what you're saying. They still say that's like the hottest fight of all time is Paige Van Zandt versus Karate Hottie Michelle Watterson. And I thought that was one of my favorite fights because they did a dance battle before the fight.
Oh really?
That- Yes, I remember. I know what
That
you're
was
talking about.
funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really attractive. They could just do a model off and not.
Oh
fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's also I remember Van
That'd be
Zandt.
so sad.
That'd be
Sorry.
funny.
I like
That'd be
to see
great.
it on a runway.
Like they both do their runway shit, and by the end of it,
Start sliding out.
that'd be. I would pay so much. I would pay
that
all
would
my
be
money.
funny.
It's not a lot, but I'd pay.
I'd pay some money.
Oh, good.
Some amounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it might be a good idea for Rose just from the sense of, I remember Paige Van Zandt once said that she makes more money modeling than she does fighting. And, you know,
I wouldn't doubt it.
she's a champion level fighter. So, like, I don't know if Rose wanted extra money, she absolutely could do it and pull it off.
I think
Because
so.
a lot of female fighters can't say that.
And with her, just with her look alone, with the shaved head, it's like it's very unique and ballsy in a way, you know, and it fits her picture perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Or at least, you know, when it's time to hang him up and you still.
That's the thing. This is.
Yeah.
I think this is post fighting. Like I know
Yeah.
you said it's not a beauty contest. Well, when fighting's over, consider beauty contest.
Yeah, right.
Consider.
beauty.
Yeah. That was another thing I was gonna say about her. I really loved her pre-fight when she was like, "I'm the best.
I'm the best."
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'm the
saying.
best.
Yeah,
That-
no, that
I feel like-
confidence.
Yeah, anybody
No,
who's
any fighter that has a confidence, I really respect.
yeah, and
like real confidence,
Yeah.
not like the showman
No.
shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes
if
it's
they
fun,
follow
but-
it up with shit talk, then I know it's phony confidence.
Right.
But if they follow up that confidence, like I'm the best, and then they just leave it at that, then I'm like, fuck
Damn,
yeah, I respect you.
I want to see what your hands do
Exactly.
now,
I want to see
I see
why
what you're saying.
you claim you're the best.
Yeah.
I also feel like there's times where like maybe you doubt yourself or maybe you're facing an opponent
Yeah.
that you may even think is better than you. I'm sure we've all faced adversity at some point in our lives. You know, you boxing,
Of course.
me wrestling, you probably find
Yeah.
somebody in
Speaking
the
of
streets.
fighters, we got a fighter right here.
Yeah, but like I'm sure you can say
This
like
guy saying we all don't fight.
yeah, but I'm sure like at least
I train. I don't compete.
Right, but-
I mean, if you count the sparring shows at the gym and stuff, that's competition.
yeah.
I wouldn't because like we all
Yeah,
train
yeah,
together.
yeah.
We all
Yeah,
know each
it's
other's
just
ears.
sparring,
But,
Yeah, but has there ever been a time where you got in and you're like,
oh yeah.
yeah, you know?
Yeah, the second one because me and the guy didn't know each other,
Mhm.
and DG was telling me like, yeah, this guy's gonna come in, and,
Yeah.
you know, he's gonna fight you, and so I really showed up with that,
Okay.
and then me and my homie Angel, we went at it pretty hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
Okay, because I've been in her situation before in the wrestling where I went to a tournament and like the buffest dude in the room was like my final opponent, and that was tough because they put your weight class on your arm, and so mine said 125 and his said 125. And everybody's like, "Oh, damn, you gotta wrestle that buff ass dude." And I'm like, "Shut up!"
I'm not a buff.
Yeah,
See that?
but
tough guy.
I did. I had to put in my Rage Against the Machine. I had to be like, "I got this.
Yeah,
I got this." I had to like hype myself up, even if I didn't believe it. I had to tell myself that until I believed it.
Wishful thinking, almost.
I think I can. I think I can. Sort of deal. And sure enough, I beat him. Right. Well, yeah, I ended up winning the tournament because of that.
So if I went in for a hug right there, that would have been a problem. and I didn't do that.
No, my wrestling instincts would kick in.
Now we're talking about you got the fucking like psychology, fucking Winter Soldier codes going. Turning on that fucking soldier serum madness shit. And then you just murked me. Fantastic.
That one time I hurt my leg. My friend was trying to carry me out. And then I like snuck in a wizard, and I'm like, nope, we're not doing that.
Still triggered.
Triggered. So I said that it was cool to see her go. I'm the best. Seeing her hype herself up because I've been there.
Yeah.
And it paid off. She beat an opponent that she probably thought was gonna be really tough, probably her toughest fight ever.
Probably.
And knocked out in the first round.
It should have been her toughest opponent.
Yeah.
That's a bad bitch right there.
Yeah.
And what's funny too is what she said after to Joe Rogan when he's like, because he mentioned like you were saying.
Oh, was he calling that fight too?
Yeah, he was.
Nice.
Yeah, Rogan's back.
I love when he calls a fight.
Yeah, he calls the UFCs, not so much the fight nights.
Yeah, because those are a lot more often. So he's a very busy man.
And they're free.
Yeah,
they're free too. The UFCs, you got to pay for those.
Oh yeah, no, he's not doing anything for free anymore. He's
just
pay me buku bucks.
Finish my thought real quick.
Yeah.
He's like, so you're there before the fight saying I'm the best, and she's like, I am the best.
Yeah.
And like everyone started laughing.
Yeah.
Like, that's so hard, dude.
Yeah. That's cool. So I was really happy for her to get the belt back. That was actually really cool.
And then let's switch gears. And then the final fight, Masvidal versus Usman, the rematch.
Whoa.
Did not see that
I didn't see that fight, but I saw the highlights and everything, and dude,
Masvidal got knocked the fuck out.
I thought it was just gonna be another win for Masvidal.
Well, he didn't win.
Oh, didn't?
No.
Yeah,
I thought he was the win in the second one.
No, you want
check up on your facts, young man.
Dude, ever since I got onto just straight streaming services, I have not checked up on anything. Because I used to be on Spike every single day, watching the free fights, watching the fight, checking all the highlights and everything.
Spike, huh?
They
they're not doing Spike
used
anymore.
to.
They're doing
They used to be on
ESPN
Spike.
Plus or something like that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, they used to be on Spike, and then when they upgraded to Fox, Spike picked up a Bellator.
Bellator, that's what it was.
Bellator's now on Spike, and then the UFC was on Fox. Now UFC dropped Fox and is on ESPN.
It's all
makes sense.
I'll admit I didn't pay for the pay-per-view, so I watched all the highlights.
I was filming.
I watched it, but I watched all the prelims on ESPN Plus, and those are free.
Yeah.
And there was some drama on those ones too. This was one dude, which I gotta point out, I'd never seen before. Got a rear naked choke and finished him with one arm. I'd never seen that. Most rear naked chokes are like this.
Well, you need that extra.
Yeah, just lock it in. He did it with one arm and finished him, and I couldn't believe it. But then afterwards, he was like, "Fuck you, dude, fuck." I was like, "What happened?"
So this guy was wait, the guy that got finished was saying that, or
the guy who won
was saying that to the guy.
To the guy who's on the ground.
There's bad blood there.
That's bad blood right there for
and
sure.
Rogan asked him what happened, and he said, "Go to my Twitch. I'll explain it on my Twitch." So that was smart. Some advertising there.
A little
I haven't seen the
plug there.
Yeah, it was. I haven't seen the Twitch stream yet, but I'm gonna go look for it because I want to find out what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, even the prelims be going hard. But really, the card was really where it's at.
It was
Every
so
finish.
eventful.
So back to Usman, like
dude. Okay, so going into this fight, I also didn't watch it. I was not unfortunately. I was filming literally till like 1 a.m. The whole music video thing.
Get your work in,
It
buddy.
didn't work in. But everybody else that was a part of the project also, we were hoping we were gonna finish up earlier and go to like B-dubs or something to watch the fights. But we didn't get to do that. The day ended up being any longer, way longer. So my boy Tino is literally just like play-by-play, kind of like radio announcing like the results and whatnot. And when he said Masvidal got knocked out in the second round,
Yeah.
I couldn't like even visualize it.
Yeah.
Like seriously, because he's a fighter that lasts longer, right?
Well, he's a fighter that's never been knocked out. He's been TKO'd. He's been submitted.
Yeah, but he hasn't just been
Just flatlined.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken. I think in 2008 he got knocked out.
That's what I'm saying. If it did, it was so long ago we don't remember.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Maybe in the streets when he was street fighting, maybe it happened. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
And especially the way he's looked in the past couple years, just almost indestructible.
Yeah.
Besides, the last Usman fight.
Yeah, and I was gonna say Usman was primarily he was a wrestler.
He's just wrestling.
Yeah, he's a grappler, and when they fought before, Usman. Masvidal didn't have that much time to train for it, and it still and it still lasted. And
5
it was
full rounds.
Yeah.
And Usman wanted nothing to do on the feet. He hugged him and just bullied him because he was in better shape and
he's a better wrestler.
Way better wrestler. And that's how he could secure the fight.
Yeah.
Wait, are you trying to show me?
Oh no. You're just keep talking. Keep talking.
Am I boring you, camera?
No, not at all. I'm actually doing something with my camera, so don't even worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I knew.
So
yeah.
So first off, the fact that Usman is barely using any wrestling and he's striking and he's actually outstriking Masvidal, that was a shock.
Yeah.
And then to just pull off that beautiful fucking setup with the right hand. It wasn't just a random right hand. He set that shit up.
He pulled the other hand down.
Yeah. And clocked him.
Yeah, he pulled his front hand down and punched him over it. And this is a guy again, like you said, is primarily a grappler. And this was also a guy that Masvidal admitted. He was like, I fought him last time, but he's not a hard puncher.
Yeah, he said he has pillows for hands.
Yeah, and he probably wasn't a hard puncher at the time.
For hands, that's an insult though.
Yeah.
Such a big insult.
He did. He said, he just wasn't born with the toughness and the hardness to be able to knock a man out with his fist. He said that like God didn't give him that gift.
Yeah.
And then he was like, God was like,
That's my boy right there. I love Usman Masvidal. I love you too. I'm God, but
Kiwi Shaq meme.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he showed that he actually did have hands, and I think Usman was kind of underestimated. I think Usman.
Masvidal.
I think Masvidal underestimated Usman's stand-up game, and I think he admitted that after the fight.
Yeah.
Too.
No, the way Masvidal is taking this loss is it's nothing but championship quality.
Yeah,
he's
that's good. At least there's that,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a humble dude. I think deep down, I think he's just a good dude from the hood.
Yeah.
He'll two-piece and a soda you in the streets, but deep down it is a heart of gold. He's like Han Solo. That's how I describe him. That's why I like him so much.
Oh, I love Masvidal, and this defeat does not take me away from just my appreciation of Masvidal. I think he's so entertaining. He's one of the best fighters right now.
Yeah, and I would love to see Masvidal.
Well, he's fresh every single fight.
That's true.
You don't see the wear and tear of the previous fights.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I see him and I see a champion.
And he just he never stops fighting that entire time. Like even when he's on his back, he's just fucking just drilling elbows, trying to cause damage.
Right.
And it's badass. But this one didn't go his way at all.
Which it does happen to fighters.
Yeah, it's the fight game. That's the point. That's why fighting is MMA and boxing, are just so thrilling because you really don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
anything can happen.
That's very true.
Like fucking Rose knocking out Whaley. Like, huh?
Seriously, I would not expect that. If you told me Whaley was fighting, I'm like, oh, she won, right? And no, that shocks me.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was gonna go to the distance on that fight. I really did.
And I thought it was gonna be a scrap too.
Yeah. And honestly, I thought most of those were gonna go to the distance. I thought Weidman's was gonna go to the distance. I thought Usman's was gonna go the distance because it did last time. That's what I thought. I thought all these fights were gonna go to the distance, and they all have finishes. I was so wrong.
And all fairly quick. I mean, Rose was within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Weidman broke his leg within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
The other chick fight that.
Oh, Shevchenko.
Yeah.
She won TKO. She was
Yeah.
fist in there, dropping elbows on the girl.
Do you know?
I mean, once you start dropping those elbows, though, that's how you know the fight's gonna be over soon.
And the person just isn't moving. It's because those elbows just slice you up.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah.
So she's from Kyrgyzstan.
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 So yeah, I think I said Uzbekistan. My bad. She's from Kyrgyzstan.
If you're southern.
If you're southern Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Down in Kyrgyz.
But yeah, when Shevchenko won her fight, that was Kyrgyzstan. Okay. I had to look up where Kyrgyzstan was.
That was bugging.
I
mean, what was I don't blame us. The main things that was on our minds was Weidman, Rose, and the knockout, the Usman Masvidal. So,
Makes sense. Yeah.
So that fight, even though it was a great performance, and it was a great TKO. The other shit I think sort of overshadowed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The
Too
shock
much
value.
happened that night.
Too much happened. Oh, all right. The last thing.
Oh yeah.
We will talk about gosh damn it.
God damn it.
Jake Paul.
Motherfucker.
I mean, of course, we don't like the guy, but god damn it, he's like a weird Joker. And I was watching a video, Ariel Helwani interview with him, and he's just like, I'm a troll and I'm good at it, and it's like, he's just so self-aware. It's creepy. He knows exactly what he's doing.
I believe that.
And he's winning.
I believe that.
That's the
I
problem.
feel like he has a plan. Like I said, he has like this master plan.
The master.
And he's executing it right now.
Yes.
My thing is he's winning the fights. He needs to fight somebody that's going to beat him. That's the problem. And he's smart enough not to fight a real boxer, so he won't lose that.
See, and that's what I think that's part of his like master plan.
Yeah.
Like he's getting all of the views and all of the likes and everything, like his fan base. Dislikes mostly, yeah, but like a lot of the fan base being grown. And even though he's not fighting real fighters, that's probably why, like, oh, these are just famous people.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they're gonna want to see a famous person fight another famous person.
Yeah, no, it's entertainment.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
entertaining.
You would think there'd be one that could just beat him. You would think there'd be one.
Well, that's the thing. His skills are good enough to get by.
Yeah.
And to make it look convincing.
Yeah, and I feel like ultimately every fight is kind of thrown in a way.
Okay, I didn't want to go there with the Ben Askren thing. I just wanted to let it marinate for a little bit.
Right.
Let it marinate.
Oh, marinate for me.
Letterkenny, thank you.
Oh, fucking Letterkenny. Greatest show ever.
It's up there. It's up there for me.
It's up there for me, yeah.
But as time went on and I saw a couple of the highlights again,
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw it out of the picture. Like, just how strange of an event that was.
Yeah, and the way
As
that
a
he reacted afterwards, too. Like, I feel like...
I think he was really feeling that excitement.
Well, in the beginning, I feel like. But by the time he's, like, halfway through it, he's like, you know what? This is for a fucking ton of money. I'm still gonna get paid. Fuck it.
Oh, you're talking about Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
about
about Jake. Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
I'm talking about Ben, yeah. Like, I'm saying, like, fuck it, why not throw the fight? I'm still getting paid. And this is a nobody, this isn't towards my record or anything.
Yeah, and honestly, the way Ben is, like, he's probably thinking, he's sitting in his locker room, he's seeing this trash event. He even trashed it during his interview before
the fight. He said this
is
a stupid event, basically.
Like, I have kids back at home.
in so many words, yeah.
Like, and so I think, he's sitting there and hours go by and he's just like, I'm fucking over this. Like, I'm not, like you said, I'm still gonna get paid.
Yeah.
So you know what? First shot that he takes that, feels like something, I'm just gonna fucking ragdoll myself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In my honest opinion, I don't think it was fixed. I think if it was fixed in the sense that he picked Ben Askren before it even happened.
Yeah.
I don't even think Askren threw the fight. I think he just didn't prepare for it at all.
Yeah, because I'm not saying it was fixed or anything. I just feel like Ben Askren felt like, you know what, this isn't towards my record. I'm just not going to take this seriously. Yeah, I'm not going to take this seriously. And then he got caught and he was like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah, he didn't take it seriously at all. I think he went to the press conference and went back home and watched TV, where Jake Paul went to the gym and trained. Yeah. So I think Jake Paul went and trained for it, where Ben Askren just went back and watched TV.
Yeah.
Cracked open a cold one.
And then showed up.
Yeah.
I think he showed up. I didn't think he was trying to compete.
And I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, so
I think it was. I don't know. I don't know.
The way he
I'm
looked.
50-50 on it. I don't want to say it one way and then find out
Well,
later
because
it's not,
because
but-
you know every fight, like you want to go into a fight full-hearted.
Yeah,
I get that.
yeah.
And that's probably even with it's a sparring match with you, you still go into it like it's
100%,
like it's
yeah.
a fight. You know,
Yeah, and
even though it's not like a title fight or anything, you still it's a sparring match, but I'm still punching someone in the face, and they're punching me in the face
if they can.
if they can.
I'm
This guy,
slippery.
confidence guy over here.
I'm slippery, man.
Yeah, but
Hitting air, bro.
yeah, I think he just.
I get hit right now. I'm out of shape.
And also too, the dude's like 35 and has a hip replacement, so that changes things too.
Yeah,
I
like
think he's 40. No.
Or maybe 40, man.
Man,
He's up there.
he's up there in age.
He's
yeah,
old for a fighter.
he's up there in his like I want to say he's like high 80s or high 80s. Yeah, he's an old guy, man.
He looks really fucking
really good for
for
80s.
high
Yeah,
The high 80s is today's
I
temperature.
because I was thinking 38. That's why.
Yeah, like-
But I was thinking like yeah, he's in his high 30s. Like he's like 38, maybe something like that. Maybe yeah. But
Yeah.
because he still looks really young. So I don't know his actual age. We can probably look
Yeah,
that
I
up
think-
later. But still.
Yeah, but regardless, I don't.
We
I don't.
had a little bit to drink.
I don't
so
wanna-
we're making assumptions.
Yeah, we're going to the high.
Don't
90s.
take us seriously, but have fun with our.
I gotta add one more thing to that. Did you hear the people he's been calling out recently? I mean,
That's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, he's been calling out the Diaz brothers. The big one is
Which I actually would like to see
I'd love
Nate
to see
Diaz fight
Yeah,
Ben
I'd love to see
Askren.
that. I don't know
I
if
would
he
like to
will.
see that.
You
I'd
mean
love to see
Jake
that.
Paul?
Jake Paul.
Oh, Jake Paul's calling him out. Okay.
Yeah, Jake
Yeah,
Paul's
no,
calling
Ben's done.
Ben's done. Ben's done. Okay.
He got his mill.
Yeah, he's
He's
good.
like, now I'm just
chilling. Yeah, no, yeah. Honestly, now that you say, yeah, I would honestly say that. I would see that too. I would see
Yeah.
that too. Like honestly, I want to see if, like you said, someone has to knock him out. Someone has to, or either just shut him up. You know. And I think Nate or Nick, either one of them,
They
could
would-
do it.
They would fuck.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah.
fuck. The first 2 rounds, Jake would look really good because the Diaz brothers aren't hard to hit.
No, they like the punishment.
Yeah, but the thing is though, the output and their willingness to go through the fire and then put the pressure on you. So many guys fold under it. Connor did. Fucking Conor McGregor did.
That is true.
After
That is
he
true.
was destroying Nate. In the first round of
Yeah.
the first fight,
That's what, yeah.
he was kicking the
shit
shit out of Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
Second round rolls in, the fire continues,
Yeah.
Nate's busted up to all
Oh,
hell,
yeah.
and all of a sudden, you see, Nate's landing these nice little shots in, and then he lands a really good one. Connor completely like wobbles, and Connor's done.
Yeah.
Like he forces a takedown
Yeah.
that was clearly
Yeah.
out of desperation.
And that's why there's a one fight that Nate did where he busted up his eye and they stopped the fight.
That was the Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
That fight.
Yeah, and that one I was like, Nate can take punishment like that. He's
Yeah.
not done. That
He
whole
was-
time he was like, he's not. Have you seen the Conor McGregor fight? Like, because I
was
was
so
before the
Yeah.
Masvidal fight, so I was like, have you seen the
I
Conor
know.
McGregor fight?
Or
He was
seen-
all busted up.
Any of his fights.
Yeah,
he's
like
always-
he loves the punishment. Like he goes for it. He doesn't
Yeah.
care if like he's bleeding and shit. He'll still fight, and that's why I respect him too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, dude, you are a brawler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he also, the whole Cormier thing is so laughable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about
Yeah.
when he called out Daniel Cormier, and to Cormier's credit, he was like, "Look, dude, you haven't earned a fight with me.
Yeah.
I've had 2 belts at the same
Yeah.
time. He's an Olympian, All
Hall of
American,
Yeah.
Hall of Famer,
Hall of Famer too,
all
yeah.
of that stuff.
Yeah.
And
No, when
it-
you're going up to Hall of Famer, you gotta have respect.
yeah, and he's over here like, no, I'm not gonna punch down. I'm not gonna play. You haven't earned a fight with me. You haven't done anything to deserve a fight with me, which I totally understand.
I totally get that.
But at the arena,
he fucked up.
He
fucked up. In my
I don't think he
opinion.
fucked up. I think he did the right thing.
But it's playing into Jake Paul's game. That's what
Yeah,
I'm like.
that's
You're
true.
like
That's
your
true,
whole
that's
point was you're not punching down, but you doing that is punching down.
Yeah.
You're not showing. You're giving exactly what Jake Paul wants. You're
Yeah.
giving the eyes on him,
Yeah.
and you're showing that he did get under your skin.
That's
You know, like
Yeah, because he came up to him
Just
and
like
like,
in
watch
that
your
movie
mouth.
Chef.
Watch your
You're
mouth.
not affecting me!
Yeah.
He doesn't affect me!
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So,
If you have seen that movie Chef,
John Favreau's film Chef.
Okay, yeah.
He goes. He is forced out of the kitchen because he wants to. He's having this beef with this food critic because he doesn't have creative control and he wants to show him what he's
Yeah.
really about. But the owner of the restaurant is just like, no, you're gonna cook my food, and it's like, no, the guy's coming like right now. So anyway, he gets fired, and then the critic comes and is served the same exact meal.
Yeah, and shitting on it on
just,
Twitter.
Just shitting on the chef when the chef's not even there. And then the chef comes through and just creates this whole scene where he's just like, "You're not getting to me." It's like super
This
awesome.
doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
I am not cloying. I am not needy. I don't care what you think. You're not getting to me. I'm not needy. You're not getting to me. Okay.
And like the critic talked about molten lava cake, and he was talking about how like the inside wasn't even molten. Jon Favreau grabs. He's like, "It's molten. See, molten."
Okay. It's fucking molten. See, it's fucking molten, you asshole. And what do? You just write shit to make. You just make shit up. My shit was molten. It's fucking molten. Asshole!
It's like throwing it everywhere. Anyway, so Daniel Cormier to an extent did that.
Yeah,
with
kind of the
Jake Paul.
same way. Yeah, that's where I saw that connection there. I was like, you know what, I gotta say
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That actually was good. Yeah.
Daniel Cormier goes up to him. He's like, "Hey, get my name out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I'm no kid. I don't play these
Yeah,
games."
right.
And then, like, I totally get the pride and you know.
Of course, yeah,
Yeah,
because
you're
when someone's
pretty
talking
man,
shit,
yeah.
you kind of want to talk back.
You're,
Yeah,
you're
you
a
gotta
man.
respect, yeah.
You're a man. I get it.
And you're a
but-
fighter, you
Yeah.
know. Like
Yeah.
someone
It's
said.
part of the game, yeah.
You know, he's like the nicest guy until he isn't, right?
Yes,
Right.
yeah, that's every fighter. Well, I can't say that's every fighter.
Every
That's
fighter.
a lot of people.
A lot of people, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's all fun as a consumer, as a spectator. Like,
watch,
it's
yeah.
fun. It's fun to watch if you're bored.
Yeah.
But also, it's just like I just feel like Daniel Cormier went against what his initial point was, which was a great one, because it kind of it showed a different light to Jake Paul, where he's like, "I don't punch down. You don't deserve the right to even share
a cage with me.
a
ring
cage,
with me.
Yeah.
a ring," you know. And it's like that was such a great point, and that I think if more fighters were vocal like that and stood by that, this Jake Paul madness crazy train would come to a halt. But then he did that, so now
Yeah.
now it's just like, well, and now he's offering to fight Jake Paul in the octagon
Oh, he said that?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
on the Ariel Helwani show.
He's not gonna do it. Jake Paul. He's not
No,
gonna do it.
no, Jake
but-
Paul instantly was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that.
Of course.
Come get your money in the boxing ring."
Yeah, which the boxing has more money in.
Yeah.
You know, I it's just like that's just how it is.
And then Cormier was saying, he's like, "Oh, I'm good. I
I
don't
don't
need
need
money.
money.
I got
I'm
championship
chilling."
money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna go chasing for it. But
Right,
if
yeah.
you really want to fight me,
Mm.
meet me in the octagon, and I will hurt you."
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it's like he would. He would.
Yeah, he
oh
would.
my
that
God.
wouldn't even be.
You would.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they'd meet in the middle and maybe do kickboxing.
That would. Why not?
I'd watch that.
Does
Meet in the
Cormier
middle.
kick? Does he throw kicks?
He will now get to
And you can elbow too, right? In kickboxing.
Yeah.
You can knee?
Oh, depends. In Muay Thai, yeah, when they do the rope wraps, yeah, you can elbow.
Yeah,
But in
not-
some
not
kickboxing,
familiar.
like in the European circuit, it's just gloves and legs.
And legs.
Right.
So yeah,
yeah.
it depends on what kind, but
Yeah.
Oh.
The industry foundation or the
yeah, the organization.
platform
Yeah.
organization. Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully the one with the elbows. Side note, I did like when I was watching the prelims and the dude choked the one guy out with the one arm. In the middle of their fight, they're going, "Fuck Jake Paul."
So it was during that
Fuck
fight?
Jake Paul. Yeah, it was during that fight. They're,
Oh,
"Fuck
that's
Jake
great.
I honestly.
Fuck Jake Paul.
Nice double left kick by Brown. Oh, another low leg kick by Brown. Oh, he is not checking.
And they were saying, they're like, what is that chant? What are they saying? What are they saying? They found out
Fuck,
later
yeah.
during the break between one of the rounds,
Yeah.
they're saying, turns out they're saying F Jake Paul. I was like,
Fuck.
hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I honestly really did like Jake Paul's response to it. Like, he starts filming, he's
Oh,
just
did he?
like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the Joker, dude. Like,
Yeah,
this is.
seriously.
He is such a villain.
Yeah,
Like,
and he doesn't care whether there's negative or positive feedback.
He
He
feeds
just
on
feeds
it.
off of
Yeah,
it.
and his paid friends or, well, shit, I don't know if he pays them or if they pay him, but money's
Right.
involved. But they were like, we love Jake Paul. We love Jake Paul. I was like, shut your bitch ass up. Ass kissing.
No
all that
way
shit.
you love Jake Paul.
Yeah, you yes man. Suck a big
As
old
Ben Askren says, Jake Paul's cheerleaders.
Exactly, that's what they
Yeah.
are. They're paid cheerleaders, or vice versa. I've heard they pay him just so they can get their
Yeah,
social
clout,
media numbers. Yeah, so either way, there's people paying each other, not your
Yeah,
real
money
friends.
is involved, like you said. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's all money.
Yeah, that's
All-
why Askren said, you know, when they do something, you have no friends. It's like, dude, I have a family. You have no friends. All your friends are paid for.
Yeah.
So nah, I get that.
Exactly.
But I gotta point this out. Did you see not Kamar? Did you see Usman's response to Daniel Cormier and Jake Paul?
No.
I don't think so.
It was a
I
tweet.
didn't think about it.
And he said, yeah, you're right, Cormier. He doesn't deserve to fight you.
Really?
You've had 2 belts. He hasn't done anything to earn a fight with you.
I did see
this.
You don't
I
have
agree with that.
you don't have to fight him. Let me do it.
I agree with that.
That brings up a whole new question. Is Jake Paul about to fight Kamaru Usman in a boxing match?
I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
And Jake Paul reached out. He's like, hey,
They're
man.
close in weight class too,
Close
so.
weight class. And he reached out to him and said, and not in like a mean way, in like almost like a respectful way. He was like, dude, come here, fight me, and make more money than you've ever made being a champion at the UFC.
Yeah.
Come get the biggest payday of your life.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a screw you, you can't beat me.
No,
it was like,
it's
no,
like-
let's make this fight happen. That's a very real
I think
possibility.
that might be the next fight then.
It might be.
It might be the next. From that, hearing that might be the next fight.
Dude,
You were gonna
yeah,
say
that would be so
I said they were similar in weight class.
They are.
I was gonna say like because Usman fights at 170, but he easily probably walks around 200,
Yeah.
190.
Yeah.
Jake Paul, I think walks around at around 220 or something.
Yeah, and he probably doesn't
Yeah.
make big weight cuts
Well,
for
was
his
it,
fights.
yeah, wasn't his last fight around like 200?
Was it 205 or 190? I'm going to say 190.
Yeah,
I thought
So-
it was 200.
we got phones.
But yeah. Look it up.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But no, they could easily do a catch weight, like maybe meet at 185, 190.
Yeah,
I think
easily.
Usman,
Yeah,
and you know he's fighting Jake Paul.
yeah,
with
and I don't think
limited-
he. Yeah,
with
he
limited-
can easily go to his weight class and be fine.
You know what's funny? It actually might be kind of competitive too, because Usman himself has a tendency, even did in the second Masvidal fight, when he strikes, sometimes he can get a little wild
Oh, okay.
and leave himself open. So he's still not the best
Okay.
striker. And what we've seen so far with
So
Jake
when
Paul's,
seeing him in boxing ring, you might wanna.
it's just like you're gonna have to train for that one
Yeah.
just to make sure nothing weird happens. Because if Jake,
191.
191.
191.
Okay, so close enough. Yeah,
So,
but yeah,
I was in the
191.
ballpark.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something about Jake.
But I was just saying, like, I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but it might be competitive.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would.
In a boxing match, because, like I just said, don't want to repeat myself too much on the podcast, but whatever. We got to make sure we're all inclusive.
No.
Usman has a tendency to get wild sometimes, and he can get caught, and he has been caught. Like in Gilbert Burns' fight, he got rocked early.
Okay.
And so far, what it looks like, Jake Paul packs a good punch.
Yes.
His punches look decently sharp,
Yeah.
and he has a good basic foundation. Knows how to create distance. So it won't be a walk in the park.
100%. And Usman will train for it.
Yes.
If Usman fights this guy, he will train for it. It will not be I'm just gonna
Off
sit
the
on my
couch,
ass and
Ben
Yeah,
Askren.
and get the money for it. Yeah.
No, he will
Yeah.
train
He's
for
going
it.
to make a point.
Absolutely. Because I'm sure he's kind of like, I don't like how he's disrespecting the sport.
Which-
If no one's going to do it.
That comes back to your point. Maybe Usman might be the guy to shut up Jake Paul.
That would be nice. And that would stop the train. That would stop all the
Yeah.
bullshit. The reason Jake Paul is getting all these fights and all this hype is because he keeps winning.
And all his
If he
confidence.
loses, and the confidence.
If he loses.
That's it. That's it. It's over.
But then, if he wins,
Oh, fuck.
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's so dangerous.
yeah.
Don't-
Don't
This is
tell
also
me that.
dangerous.
Don't put that in the universe.
I know.
Zach.
Well, if you sign the contract,
That's true, yeah.
you don't need me to bark that noise, but it's
that's
there.
so true. And I remember
It's a fight.
Logan Paul was talking about how if he fights Mayweather, it'd be
And-
the biggest upset
Ever and all across all sports.
Yeah,
everything.
it would be.
All
But
time.
that's his only draw. His only draw is, hey, I could potentially cause a crazy upset.
Yeah.
Jake Paul is, I could win. I'm gonna beat this guy. It's not even like I cause the biggest upset. Like I've beaten everybody.
Yeah.
I'm undefeated. That's my draw.
Exactly.
I'm undefeated.
Exactly.
You know, so it's different than a Logan Paul fight.
Yeah.
So that's why, if he did beat, that would hurt so much,
Yeah.
and his shit would just. Cause I'm thinking if he loses, that's it.
Yeah.
If he wins,
No, his stock skyrockets.
oh
like,
my
big-
god.
like we think this is weird right now, but if
Yeah.
something like that were to happen,
So funny.
He would probably be seen as a legit boxer.
if he beats Kamaru Usman in a boxing match, credits due.
Credits.
Because you're not just facing a retired guy, you're facing a champion.
Yeah.
One of the most dominant champions.
Who's still fresh too.
who's still very fresh, and his mind is fresh,
Yeah.
and he trains like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Credits due at that point, but that's a big I mean, that's a big if, and it's not even in the horizon
Yeah,
yet.
because in my opinion, he hasn't done anything that deserves credit.
No.
In my opinion, he has done nothing to deserve credit.
The only
That's
credit
why I
I
shit on him
give,
every single time.
Yeah.
the only credit I give, and I'm very impressed with and like dumbfounded by, is his marketing abilities.
Yeah, that's it.
To create excitement and to consume your.
I give him that credit, yes.
Yeah.
I give him that credit, yes. But as a fighter, no.
No.
Because I'm with you there, because he was doing that before he was fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
He was already doing that before he was fighting.
So I'm
He's
saying,
already been a YouTube star.
He's
Yeah.
so he's obviously very good at what he does.
Yeah, well, at that part.
And it's being fully displayed here.
Yeah.
Masterfully.
It's
Well,
just what
it's-
he does
it's not
isn't
being-
fighting in my
yeah,
opinion.
it's
What
being-
he does is
I wouldn't say it's being fully displayed. I would say it's being displayed in a different format. Because
Oh, so you're saying like it's already been on full display, but now
yeah,
he
now
just
you just
changed
switch it to
the
you just
scenery.
pivoted to a different format.
Yeah, that's
different
true.
scene, yeah.
It was already on display, but against people our age and younger.
Yeah.
Now my dad knows who he is and he hates him.
Yeah.
That was never
Exactly.
the case.
That's
a year ago.
exactly, and that's probably what he wanted. He wanted to have. He's like, okay, now I have all the kids on YouTube.
Mhm.
What else can I do? How can I expand this even further? And he was like, you know what? My brother's fighting. Why don't I get into this?
Yeah.
And he expanded his audience through the fight world.
Yeah, genius, mooching off his brother like his
Yeah.
whole life, man.
Yeah.
That's the game plan, bro.
Exactly.
He's killing it.
Logan's little brother.
Yeah.
And
Fuck.
I know, and it's crazy. Yeah, to think that a year ago, if I went to
Yeah,
that,
that's what. Yeah.
and I said Jake Paul, was that like a friend
Yeah.
of yours?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He lived around the corner.
Did you go to high school with him or
Yeah,
something? Yeah.
exactly. But if I say that now, he's like,
Yeah. Everybody has like some kind of reaction. Yeah.
That's what's weird is like everyone does have the same reaction.
Yeah.
You hear the words Jake Paul, it's always just like, okay, we gotta talk about
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
because something's happening.
Yeah.
Like history's being made in such a weird fucking
Weird way. Yeah.
And of
I
course,
agree with that.
like something like a dude like this makes such a big splash during the weirdest time, which was 2020.
Yeah.
that's
So-
true. Yeah.
So-
that's the time to make a weird splash.
Oh, yeah.
It's during that weird year.
If anything, people almost needed it because people needed something to entertain themselves or to talk about rather than like, hey, is your family still alive? Or
Yeah,
like,
uh-huh.
are there any racists running around? You know, or,
Right.
You know, like, or is shit just? No, let's just talk about this fucking YouTuber pissing off a bunch
Yeah,
of fighters.
yeah.
Let's take our minds off the
Yeah,
real thing for a
yeah.
bit and
Yeah.
talk
The
about
real
this.
news. Yeah.
The real news was bad.
Yeah.
The racists, the riots, the COVID,
The elections.
Yeah, the elections, the shutdown,
The more racism.
yeah, the
Oh.
president rerouting a hurricane.
Yeah.
You know,
like that.
all that mixed together, man.
Yeah.
That's just, no. Now we don't have that.
All of that mixed together is equals to one clip, and that's Weidman's leg snapping.
Yeah.
Full
That's
circle, people.
That's our collective consciousness.
Yeah, no,
snapping.
that's everything we've talked about. Like that image is what explains it.
It's just like that's your reaction
Yeah.
to everything going on. But hey, we are the Balance Boys here, so we like to keep our chins up and keep things moving along. So we're gonna let the conversation of Logan's little brother continue another time. Let's get into something that was very enjoyable: Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That was very enjoyable for sure.
Spoiler review. Shall we
Yes.
call it Captain America and the Winter Soldier?
Put that spoiler alert in the beginning.
I gave you a second to turn it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Put it in
There you go.
Make it tasteful.
But yeah, I had a very good time with the show. Just if we want to give our overall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Before
I love that. I mean, are we gonna do like how we did WandaVision with the? We're gonna rank it.
No, we could.
We could, yeah. Let's
Let's
do
go
that,
quicker,
yeah.
'cause
Okay.
it's
Do that, yeah.
All right, straight up for me, 10 out of 10 again. Marvel does it again.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I don't remember what I gave Wanda. Was it like a 9 point?
You went between like 9 and 8, or like 8 and 9. You're like,
And I took like the most time, and then I was
Yeah.
like, I got a really good
Yeah.
one, and I
I
gave
believe
this.
I
I
did
think
8.5.
Yeah, I think I gave the same exact rating as
Yeah.
viewer Steven, and you guys were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, all that time.
Why did you milk it like
Yeah.
that?
Mm.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah. Milk
Yeah,
the
so you
fun.
give it a
10
10
out
out
of
of
10.
10?
10 out of 10,
Okay.
yeah. Marvel Strike does it
You want to
again.
explore why you give it a 10 out of 10?
Yeah, honestly, because again, the way it started, we talked about, especially the first episode, a whole bunch of action, it was like, oh yeah, Marvel's back. This is Marvel. How
Yeah.
we know it to be.
And Falcon scenes are really entertaining now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't think that I'd learn something. You know, like, what the heck? You didn't think I'd feel something at the end of all this. I
Yes.
thought it would just be more.
There was a
fighting
different
and
lesson.
whatnot.
Yes.
But there totally was. And on top of that, I remember we were getting to parts where, like, you know, Falcon without his wings, he was, like, being incompetent.
Yeah. You just fuck shit up.
And I could just be, blowing smoke
No,
up
you're
its
right.
ass, but
You're right.
Patrick and I just every time.
I think you guys nailed it. I
Like,
think you
it's,
guys nailed
it's just
it.
so funny. Like, it's like, Sam, you're fucking up. You're ruining everything. You can't even fix your boat without Winter Soldier.
Yeah, you're right. But towards the end, he started to turn around.
Yeah.
He started to flip and started to become really the hero that he was meant to be, the really hero he was supposed to be. And for him to wear the mantle of Captain America, like, he did it in the comics, and it was just really just a passing of the torch. Hero was a statement. It was the whole concept of pointing out that he had somebody who fought in World War II tell him, no, they're not ready for a black Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Which I never even thought of it that way originally. I just knew Falcon was the new Captain America. But he's like, they're not ready for a black Captain America. And he's like, well, we gotta prove him wrong. You know? And he did that. And it turns out everybody wanted that. That's exactly what they wanted. Yeah. They wanted him to be Captain America more than the blonde-haired, blue-eyed John Walker. Mm-hmm. And I felt that was an important message to send across. Yeah. And that was just one of the messages.
I agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
I do too.
That was just one of the messages.
And I said in a previous episode when we were highlighting that episode where we meet Isaiah. Isaiah. It put like just... At first, I thought it was a show's attempt of like trying to be like woke or whatever, just with everything going on, and I was like, "Do we really have to do this?" Yeah. But then you brought to my attention that this is actually a part of the comics, and this is very, very important to the story. And as the show went on, I was like, "This is huge, you know, and very important."
Yeah, he wasn't a character they just made up for the show. That's how it went in the comics.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But no, that's basically. I just wanted to clear the air, just saying like I actually now
understand.
Yeah, I understand the context of it. Just because when shows and movies do that.
Yeah, you kind of get that first instinct.
Yeah, it's just so face level, and there's no real depth to it or meaning, and it's just like, hey, we care about this, we swear.
Yeah, it seemed like it was forced, but
no, this was definitely.
Yeah, it was part of the comics, and the way that they like delivered it was very tasteful.
It was very tasteful.
Alright.
It's very tasteful, and goddamn, dude, I almost got out of my my couch applauding when we first see his suit.
Really?
I thought it looked so cool.
I agree with that because I kind of was the same way. I was kind of the same way.
They built it up perfectly too because the redhead chick, she like sees like something.
Carly Morgenthau,
and then it's just like, oh, does he? What's he gonna look like?
Yeah.
Smashes through the window, epic music with the shield. I'm like,
yeah.
Yes.
No, that was
thank you.
And that's where I see where you say Marvel came back, or not came back, but like they continued their like cinematic style and like their quality, like that was definitely Marvel right there.
Yeah, it was so good, so good. Some of the action though, the whole helicopter thing, I wasn't a huge fan of because one, I don't know if it was the settings on my TV. Maybe you guys experienced something similar, but it was very dark.
Yeah,
it was very hard to see.
It was dark. It was dark. I agree with that.
I think it was to hide the CGI.
I think so, and it's fine. They probably had a lower budget for this or whatever. I mean,
because they're showing sort of a movie.
Yeah, possibly.
But I don't get that because in the first episode the CGI looked fucking amazing.
Yeah, because they probably spent all the money on that.
But right. So whatever. I mean, that's a small critique. The scene I really like in when some of the sequences, Falcon's integration using his wings and the shield. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, and I also like the fact that these wings are not vibranium wings, which that's a game changer.
Yeah, no, that changed. Honestly, I thought he was gonna get vibranium wings. Like I thought Wakanda was just gonna hook him up with.
I thought they were.
No, they weren't.
They weren't vibranium wings.
No. That's what I thought.
Wait, didn't you just say that? You said, and these aren't vibranium wings.
Oh, I said they are.
Oh, they are? Oh, I heard aren't. I heard aren't.
Oh, no, I heard they were vibranium.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought too.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know, we both heard you say not. So.
Yeah, no, I heard aren't. Yeah.
If y'all both heard that, then I messed up.
We're the ones drinking here. It's your birthday.
Exactly,
we'll give you some slack.
By the way, let's touch on that real quick.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
I can't believe we didn't even mention that.
Yeah, right? You didn't start with that. Like,
that's how humble this birthday boy right here. Is.
Right? This guy over here.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Balanced boy, Dalton.
Yeah.
27? 27.
Yep.
27.
27 now.
Yeah.
My narcissistic favorite number.
Yeah.
It's the date of my birthday. So.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
birthday.
So happy birthday to you, Dalton.
Thank you guys. I
Actually,
appreciate
it's
that.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers.
why not? Cheers,
Cheers.
to my birthday.
All right, fuck your birthday. So, Sam and I'm joking, buddy.
No.
We're after this, we're going to go to the park, and we're gonna like film some vloggy stuff too.
Oh
So
yeah,
we're
you'll
gonna-
definitely see some of that for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna see some of this, but we're going to minus 15 years off of the 27 number, and go down to what is that? 12? 15 plus 12. And we're gonna
Yeah,
be kids.
17.
We're gonna be 12-year-olds and
Yep.
play Sand Monster
Yeah.
on the Jungle Gym
We're bringing
Yep.
Sand Monster back.
Because we're
Yeah.
children.
because we're children.
I ain't growing up for nobody. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care if I have a job, a house, and wife and kids. I ain't growing up for nobody.
Fuck yeah.
Still, even with all that.
Respect.
Hey, you know the wise people say you have to always be in tune with your inner child.
Ah,
They do say that.
yeah.
They do say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those
it's been
wise
said.
people,
Yeah.
they're so wise.
And it's good, clean fun. Nobody's getting hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We'll see about
Yeah,
that.
no. We've been drinking this guy over here super straight edge, which is another reason why Sand Monster came up. This guy's so straight edge. Instead of going to a bar for his birthday, he plays Sand Monster.
Yep.
I gotta say though, when you said that group, say guys, for my birthday I want to play Sand Monster, I haven't been this excited for a birthday in so long. Like I'm like, what have I been doing? No, I'll put this
Fuck
down.
yeah.
Go to the park and scare some kids. Hopefully there's no kids.
Hopefully. You know what I found out is when there's kids there, they really want to play with you.
Innocent as it can get. I hope we got a lot
That
of
was just innocent fun.
That was
yeah.
innocent fun. It's gonna be innocent fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think the last thing we settled on was the vibranium.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about before we went on my birthday tangent.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck your birthday.
Yeah.
You're only 27, you know.
Yeah.
You're really born.
Yeah. So
Great job. You did it.
Good for you. Yeah.
Good job being born.
Oh, you poor mother.
Yeah. Apparently, like I didn't want to go. Apparently, like I was like the umbilical cord got wrapped around my shoulder, and I was
Like, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
chilling.
Put
Keep
me
it
back.
here.
You know what?
Put me back.
You not wanting to grow up is kind of fucked up now.
Yeah, right. Now it all
This is
explains
just a
why
part of
you
your
don't
journey. You're just like, no, close.
I came out the womb wanting to not.
Yeah, it's like, no, get me back in there. She's like, no.
You
No.
will see the world.
For all of its glory
Yeah,
and pandemics.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm still like that. But yeah, vibranium wings. So he's got vibranium wings now, which is basically like having a Captain America shield on your back.
On your back.
Yeah.
And
So
they're probably lighter, so that means they're pretty lightweight.
Yeah.
They're durable, they're impenetrable.
they still fold, so they can still do like how he used the
They're
shields in
flexible.
previous ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just look cool.
Right.
Okay, so I'll first admit it.
Mm.
I was wrong about Bucky dying.
Dude,
Dude, I will tell you this though.
It was close.
The episode teased it
Yeah,
like
it did.
3 different times,
It
and the most climactic one was when he was down there and the truck was falling. I'm like, oh, he's gonna try to like hold the truck.
I thought he was gonna try and catch it. Yeah.
and it's gonna crush him eventually. Like he's gonna save someone in the process. Bada bing, bada boom. Character arc done.
Oh, like
saves
he like
people,
catches a truck, he dies, but everybody else like
lives,
survives.
and the have a kumbaya moment. Oh, Bucky.
Right, I remember Bucky. Yeah.
Dude, it teased me hard, and I was. Oh
You were
man.
wanting it so bad.
I think I may have enjoyed the episode more if I wasn't wanting Bucky to die so hard.
You're probably looking for it.
I was every moment, and I was just like, no,
I'm gonna win that money.
I'm gonna win that $3.
That $3.
But okay, anyway, I just wanted to get that off.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's your turn to evaluate. Honestly,
Are you done
so
with your-
yeah.
Yeah,
We
honestly.
kind of cut in.
No, honestly, all I want to say, 10 out of 10. I figured after we rank it, we're going to talk about the last episode, too.
Yeah.
Because we talked about the previous episode
Yeah,
of this
right.
podcast.
Yeah, watch that.
Yeah, exactly. We can talk about go into depth about the final episode. We haven't done that yet. So go ahead and do your thing.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it An 8.5. 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed the show.
Consistency is real.
The consistency is real, and that's the one thing I've loved about WandaVision and this is
Yeah.
the shows the quality is consistent. There weren't many things that I could really heavily critique. I think pacing issues in some of the episodes.
I can see that.
Some things dragged a little bit, and like I said, some of the action sequences, like my least favorite one was when we first met Carly, and it's the trucks on the highway.
I can see. I like that scene.
You
Go
do?
ahead, though.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Like to me, things just didn't seem fluid, and and also like Winter Soldier, I get why he was holding back as a character thing, but everything like it's just I didn't believe these guys as like the villains yet, you know, like with the heroes that we had, and then obviously the whole John Walker and what's Battlestar,
yeah.
Like the way Falcon and Winter Soldier were getting their asses kicked, but then John Walker and Battlestar were holding their own, just didn't make sense to me. And then of course, like I said, the helicopter scenes in the last episode, I get why they were doing it, and I'm just like, that's kind of cheap, guys.
It's like a cop out.
It's a cop out, and I get it. You gotta make your shit. You're on a deadline, but whatever. And there's the reveal of the power broker was a little flat to me.
But was that the reveal of the power broker?
We can get in that. We can get into that.
We'll get to that.
As of right now, from what we were given, it was just kind of like, okay.
A little lackluster for you.
A little lackluster. I kind of want a little more.
Yeah, but you would still give it an 8.5.
Yeah. No, overall, it's a great show. A minus, if that's
A minus. Yeah, if you're going Chris Stuckman style.
Yeah. A minus, 8.5. B plus, A minus, higher B plus.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with what you say there, except for I like the truck scene. The truck scene I like the edginess of it. That's what it was. The edginess of it, like I agree with you saying like it didn't seem like they were real villains. I thought they were just henchmen. Like I said in the previous podcast, how I thought they were going to introduce like the Flag Smasher as a singular enemy. Mm-hmm. So I thought that scene was like, okay, they're just henchmen. Mm-hmm. And when they fleshed out that she technically was the Flag Smasher and all of the group was the Flag Smasher, it kind of brought it down for me a little bit. Yeah. But I mean, I like that scene. It just like the way the camera work was done. It was something that I feel like I can shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't like it.
Because it was so amateurish.
It's so choppy.
Yeah,
it's as good as me.
It felt like something that I can shoot. It felt really relatable, and it felt like something that was real raw, you know. And I felt like it captured the action in a way, you know, because when you're starting out as a filmmaker and you know action, you think shaky cam and cut scenes really quick. So that's what I felt like they were doing too, kind of adhering to like the.
I just don't like that.
I mean, when you're looking at a polished company like Marvel, you expect them to have a polished situation.
Yeah, because they usually are. I think they integrate both styles very well, because once we do get those fluid action sequences that are not only symbolic but just badass, like when Iron Man, Winter Soldier, and Captain are like they're fighting Iron Man, like that when they start fighting, it's such a beautiful shot. It's so tight. Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, like I get that though too. Like that was a great shot too. I was clapping for that. But yeah, what I really liked though, like, was that reveal. That really like was the pinnacle of the episode for me. Like that reveal of the suit and everything. Like that was like really the pinnacle of the episode, and everything else was kind of like baseline. You know, like it was amazing how they introduced like, okay, this is the new Captain America. He busted into that scene like.
Because we were building towards that the entire season.
Yeah, and it
delivered perfectly.
Yeah, it delivered perfectly. And what I wanted to say was like it really related to like the trend of how Captain America busts into doors and how John Walker busts into doors. Like they just have this way of just
Kool-Aid their way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Captain America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But like
no.
Oh no. Yeah.
No Kool-Aid.
But yeah, no, that whole scene kind of was just like a full circle moment, you know.
Definitely.
It was, and that kind of tied the bow on the episode. Like anything else that happened after that, I was like, you know what? I'm satisfied. So like the grade I would give it would probably be 8.5, but I would lean more towards a 9.
9.
Because I just feel like the camera work was done so masterfully, and the story work was just, even though it did drag on a while for some of the scenes, like
some, but
Yeah.
I'm just being nitpicky.
Yeah, but that's more
because
like
there were moments I found.
yeah, but that's more like if you look at it as if it's like filler in an anime. If,
Okay.
Like those little short scenes were like filler, you know, like we don't know what to put in this section of time, so let's have them working on a boat for an entire like 5 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah. And, yeah. So
Some of the
9.
filler stuff I like.
I give it a 9. Yeah, I give it a solid 9. If I give it to Chris Duckman, it would be like
I
a.
keep doing it too.
It'd probably be like an A minus.
A. So overall, thumbs up. all
Yeah,
around.
for sure. Yeah, I
Thumbs
highly
up.
recommend it. Yeah.
There and just to expand a little bit, like certain scenes that just dragged. It's not just they dragged, but they also just seemed a little forced and random. Like when Bucky and Sam are doing the frisbee and talking. Like I get the context of the conversation, but Sam, the next scene has a whole montage of him not even knowing how to use a shield. So that didn't make sense to me. Which we talked about in the last episode.
Yeah.
And then the whole therapy session thing between them was just kind of forced to me.
Right.
Because I know the show's still trying to build their chemistry and their relationship.
Yeah.
We're good. We're fine.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
We're good.
We'll see it close to 7.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we started later.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my fucking car. Both our cars. Did.
Both of our cars, yeah.
But anyway, so what about this episode, man? I mean, how about that fucking epic fuck you politician speech that Sam gives?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I understood. He had to announce that he was the new Captain America, but he had to announce why he was necessary.
And I feel
I
feel like that was your opinion of like media right there. Like,
yes, but but because I was already on board, that didn't bother me.
Okay.
And in fact, I was actually I liked it.
Right.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It went on.
It gave me like a fuck yeah feeling.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I got hyped for it.
Yeah, like this is our new Captain America, and he's showing why.
And he's representing well. Yeah.
And it really felt like, man, this guy could really lead these new Avengers that are going to be made. It's not going to be the old team of Avengers. There's going to be a bunch of newcomers, and he really made it seem like he could lead that team.
100%.
When he did that speech.
Yeah.
He put his big boy pants on.
Yeah, exactly. Because I thought Thor was going to be the leader because he's the only one who's been with the team since the beginning.
Yeah.
Still kind of around.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hulk, I guess Hulk will still be there, but
Well, that's what
Hawkeye
I was
retired,
thinking. I
Captain
was thinking
America retired.
like the
Black Widow
first
died,
person
Iron Man died.
the first person they recruited after Captain America was Hulk, wasn't it?
If I remember correctly, it was Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Those are the original 6.
Yeah.
And 2 of those are dead. 2 of them are retired. So that just leaves Hulk and Thor.
Yeah.
Which we don't know if Steve Rogers is even alive, right?
We really don't know.
We don't
I
know.
just assumed retired.
He's an old man.
We don't-
He's an old man now. If you want to go based off of the comics, he's an old man.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and even when he was an old man, he couldn't fight. He was just kind of in
Yeah.
the background doing stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the most he could do.
Almost
here,
like
I think.
Oracle, yeah.
Yeah, if he's alive, that's the most he can do. Where Hawkeye can still fight. Hawkeye can still get in there. But when he didn't show up for Wanda, made me think he's retired.
He's really retired.
Yeah, no, I think they're setting up Ronin. I really think they're setting up Ronin, dude.
I wouldn't mind that.
Take that.
Oh, is that your friend?
Oh yeah, I'll call him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we can talk.
No,
like
no
10 or
rush.
15.
Yeah, I'll tell him understand. He knows we're shooting a podcast, so he almost joined, except he didn't see the episode of Falcon and Winter. So we almost had a special guest today besides Anakin here.
Yeah,
But
right.
he didn't see the last episode, so we couldn't have
Yeah, we didn't want to give spoilers away for him.
Yeah.
This is an exclusive podcast.
Yeah.
You gotta know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you didn't know what
Got to get up with the topics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that would be lame. Like we talk about something that nobody has anything to talk about.
Yeah, right? We're just sitting there, yeah.
Yeah, or even worse, he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Just watching
Yeah,
this.
just twiddling his thumbs like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
All he can do is be like, yeah, haha.
Cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
What?
No way.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Alright.
or him be like, oh, so that was spoiled for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was kind of funny in Sam's speech where he's like, stop calling them that. Stop calling them terrorists. And it's
Yeah.
like, But she literally is a terrorist.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
yeah.
a fucking act of terror that kind of makes you a terrorist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but I know what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I know what he's trying to say. Yeah,
He's
you
nailing it in the
labeled
butt.
them. Yeah, you labeled them, and they acted that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I get that.
That was just kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was. Yeah. But I totally vibe with that though, because it's like, given today's times, it's like you can't call these people terrorists. How would you feel if you had soldiers coming into your homeland when you're peaceful and they just had guns pointed at you?
Well, at that point, it's a rebellion.
Exactly. Yeah. But
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah,
that point that he made. It's like, you know, what are you? You know,
Yeah,
you're walking in with your soldiers, with your guns, and what are they gonna call you? They're gonna call you the terrorist.
Exactly, they are calling us
Yeah.
terrorists. So
They're calling us world police and terrorists and
Yeah.
all that. It's like, and I agree with that because technically we are. We have literally a base in almost every country.
yeah, we don't need to be in other people's countries.
Yeah, it's
No.
called McDonald's now.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's funny.
Yeah, McDonald's was the start right
Hey,
there.
y'all welcome McDonald's in though. That's different. Y'all wanted that.
You like the McNuggets.
Yeah.
America's McNuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a couple things I want to talk about on the final episode.
Yeah.
One, we mentioned, we found out who
Yes, yes.
Power Broker was.
Yes.
I was a little surprised. I didn't think it would be her.
I didn't think it was going to be her, but
Yeah.
when it was
But do you
revealed, it
really
was
think
just-
that it is her though?
I do. I think it's her. I
Yeah.
think she's the Power Broker.
I don't think they're going to go too in depth with
Right.
that. I know what you're saying. You're saying...
I feel like she's covering. I really feel like she's covering.
She very well could be.
Because she's smart. Like, that entire season, like, she's been so aloof that you don't know what her plans are. You don't know who she is really, like, on the inside.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, I'm this guy, this chick with the satellite. I'm this chick that can help you out with support.
It's like,
Yeah.
you got mad hookups. Who
Yeah,
are you?
yeah.
Yeah, but
Right,
that's the
exactly.
perfect Power Broker. The one, you know, it's like people see what they want to believe
Yeah.
sort of deal. That's the perfect person.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm just innocent. I'm a victim.
Yeah.
You know, I just press buttons. That's all I do. I don't do nothing else but that. I just stand here and
Keeping
look
it
pretty,
secret,
you know?
yeah.
Secretly pulling every string, every button, every.
That
trigger,
makes
you know?
sense. That makes
So
sense.
That's why I
yeah.
believe she's the Power
Okay.
Broker.
In the comics,
Okay.
was Power Broker female?
No, in the
No.
in comics, Power Broker was just a dude, some like
Yeah.
Curtis something. I
Yeah,
forgot
it's
his
always
name.
Curtis.
Just
Yeah.
that's a dude.
Yeah, it
no,
was, literally he was
no.
just a guy.
When it comes to comics, like, they were written so long ago, so you have to think of the way times were back then.
Mhm.
So most of the superheroes and supervillains were men,
Yeah.
and like, or at least the major ones.
That's true.
Yeah, because like Harley Quinn didn't even have a debut until later on.
She was a cartoon character before
Yeah.
she was a comic book.
Exactly.
Literally, you know,
yeah,
so-
they had the original cartoon with her and Poison Ivy,
Mhm.
and then they made comics about her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's
and that was in like the 80s, 90s.
90s.
Yeah,
It was,
90s,
it was
yeah.
early 90s when she was on Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
And she was a character
Yeah,
on that
and then
cartoon
from then
before she was a
on-
comic book.
Yeah, from then on she became a
So
comic book.
do you guys think that's kind of like in the face of like, hey, you know, we're gonna have women filling these roles, or
That's what I think. So because
That's what I think,
they-
yeah, because-
we're having more girl heroes, which is
Yeah.
good. But
I think
I think
Yeah,
true
and-
representation is you also got to have some of the girl villains.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're getting.
Yeah, and I get that too, but it's like when you're
Sure.
when you want to make a comic book movie, like you want to stay true to the comic books. I love gender bending. Don't get me wrong.
Mm.
Like I really love
Is
gender
that
bending.
the actress that plays?
Oh, gender bending is when they make a male character into a female.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. When they take
Sorry.
when they take gender roles and flip them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so like when I'm all for
Carly.
gender bending. Yeah, Carly. Yeah, Carly was supposed to be Flag Smasher, and Flag Smasher is a dude.
Yeah.
But
I didn't mind that
yeah,
gender bending.
and I didn't mind at all, and that further proves my
Mhm.
idea right there. It's like I wasn't mad about Carly Morgenthau being like the head of the Flag Smashers because that's great. It's a full on gender flip, and I love that idea.
Right.
But me being a comic book nerd, like I like to see the similarities.
There's a line.
It's
Yeah.
not necessarily a line, but it's like I like to see the similarities because reading the comics, I want to see that on the screen.
Yeah, you want to see that brought to life.
Yeah.
I'll add to that.
Yeah.
I do feel that with a lot of these characters, especially the main characters, you have to do it right or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Get it accurate or don't do it. But for me, for like a minor character, I'm okay with some creative licensing.
Yeah.
For example, somebody like Flag Smasher, you know, he is a Captain America villain, and I think an important one. Not a big one. you
Not
know?
a big one, no.
Not a big one.
Because a lot of Captain America's villains are Avenger villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true. And
Yeah.
so for this character, in changing him and making him like this innocent-looking little girl,
Yeah.
If anything, that makes the character bigger than Flag Smasher would have ever been.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Because it makes it more relatable.
Yeah, you could have just made.
And you vibe with it. It's like this is a young person.
Yeah.
You know, a young woman who dealt with the blip. And,
Yeah, she's
you know,
being
and-
displaced because of it.
Yeah, and it's just like so. Yeah. Her intentions.
Yeah,
are,
so that's why I say it's not. I'm not mad at the ginger
yeah.
flip.
Because
Not
he
triggered.
could have just been another bad guy like it was in the comics.
Yeah,
and
And
it's
then
just,
he would just be another bad guy.
and it's just
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah.
But people are gonna remember this one because she was different, because they took creative licensing
Yeah.
on. And I think if you do
That's a
that with
good
minor
point.
characters to make them bigger,
That is a
I'm
good
totally
point,
for
yeah.
it. Just don't do it to the already major characters.
Like Red Skull or-
Yeah.
don't
if
do that to Red Skull.
Yeah, if you make Red Skull a
Harley
female,
Quinn,
like
yeah.
that,
Yeah, I would have been so mad.
I would be a little upset.
It's like, come on, casting, because she has red hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
That would have
right,
set me off.
Ew.
Yeah. They just cast a redhead chick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have set me off. But the way they handled it, I think this is the character.
Good
you can
point.
do
Yeah,
that.
they've done well. Yeah, they've done well. Yeah.
Yeah, but go ahead, you because I piggybacked off of that. You were,
But no, that was literally what you said was
You tied
what
the
I
bow
was
on
gonna
that one.
say. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
on point with that one. Yeah.
I have one last question because I've talked to a couple buddies about it, and a couple of them were like, I kind of wish the show was longer, that there was more episodes.
Oh, that's
and
I get that.
And
I get that.
I get it. I'm completely satisfied with the length I got. I thought things worked at a nice pace. Besides a couple little minor
Right,
nitpicky
right.
choices. The one thing I would like to see more of, or at least extended, would be John Walker's breaking point. Because with the 6th episode length of time,
That is true.
we didn't really know much about him. It didn't give him a lot of room to breathe and to see that progression of madness, or that psyche. So that's the only reason I would have asked for maybe like 3 more episodes, just to really highlight that character.
Really solidify that.
Because John Walker to me
yeah.
was the most interesting character in the
I
entire
agree.
show.
I agree.
So
To me, I agree.
so that's-
I can see some people saying Carly, but I agree. John Walker was the most interesting to me.
Well, mostly I would say he was most interesting because of your fact that they didn't really touch on his progression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because from the get go, you can tell there's just something off about him.
Yeah.
And it's really like, I love films and TV shows that really like flesh that out. It's really fun to join that journey of just like madness and stuff.
Yeah.
Don't
Where their
do
breaking
drugs,
point is.
kids.
Yeah,
Don't do drugs. Yeah, anyway, but yeah. So I don't know. What do you?
I'm glad that he got his redemption story at the end.
Yeah.
That's what I'm happy about. He got redeemed and he became likable again, and more importantly, he became the U.S. agent, which is who he's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, at the end,
that's
when they announced him as U.S. agent, I was like, thank you. That's what I was waiting for.
'Cause I didn't think they were gonna do it.
I didn't think they were going to do it either.
Was that when he was in the black? And
Yeah,
the
the black and
That was
the
cool.
stripes. Yeah, no, and when he even pointed that out, like black, I don't know if this is right.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like that's him to a T. Like he thinks he's doing right. He thinks he's a good guy. So like that, he's that actor who I don't what is
White Russell?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Russell.
No, yeah.
Kurt Russell's.
Kurt Russell's brother. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
Kurt Russell's son and Goldie Hawn's son.
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
Who's Goldie Hawn?
Oh, she was a famous actress from way back when.
Okay.
They're married.
Okay.
Yeah, they're married.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
like he played that character justice, especially on that last
Ask your
bit.
parents. Ask your parents about Goldie Hawn.
On that last bit, because like
Oh, I know.
it really makes you feel like he thinks he's doing the right thing,
Yeah.
especially when he's like, back,
Yeah.
I'm back, yeah.
Yeah.
So like in his mind, he thinks he's like you said, the Joker. Like he thinks he's like doing a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also feel that Fontaine, Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character.
Yeah.
I think she sees that and knows that, and she's like, I'll call you back, girl. I'll call you back.
We're wrapping
Text
up.
him,
We're wrapping
text him,
up.
text him.
I'll text him. Yeah, but I do feel that she knows that, and she's gonna look at him and go, okay, look, I know that he thinks he's doing right, but even though he's a little off,
We're gonna use it.
I can use that.
Yeah.
I can put him in the
She
positions
sees
to where
the kink
his
in the armor.
yeah, I can put him in positions to where his psycho craziness will be useful. You know,
Yeah.
we can actually use that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you play football and you have that crazy psycho guy. It's like, okay, we'll put him at linebacker so he can just hit anybody and it works.
Yeah.
Where if you put him at the quarterback, he's like, that's not gonna work.
Exactly.
I think that's what she's gonna do with
They
him.
took him from the QB first string and made him on
Yeah.
the linebacker.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy.
Kind of like how the Avengers use the Hulk.
Right.
You know, yeah, he's a loose cannon, but if you put a loose cannon at the right spot,
He's not gonna take you to the
it'll
Super
be
Bowl. You know, he's not gonna coordinate you, but
Yeah.
So I think she could do that with him, and then he gets to be a hero whether he wants to or not. And I'm happy about that because that's how he is in the comics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like in the comics, he believes he's doing good. He believes he's a hero.
Yeah.
But he's doing some atrocious shit.
Yeah.
Like you want to hate him so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think she's gonna be the one who can control him and put him in the right position.
Well, that's pretty much how it was in the comics.
Exactly.
Didn't he have a handler? He had a little bit of a handler.
He was like part of the Thunderbirds.
Well, he's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy. So it's like he has to have a handler.
Yeah.
You know, like if he was left to his own devices, he would kill everybody he deems like evil.
If I remember correctly, he worked under like Nick Fury and shit and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so Nick Fury was like, he's seen it all.
Yeah.
So
That's why I was thinking that they were gonna do this role as like her being the handler. You know, because Nick Fury technically, you don't want to really call him that, but like by the actions that he did in the comics, you can call him the handler of U.S. Agent.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to say about at least Falcon Winter Soldier, I still like that we got the proper ending for Zemo and that he's in jail on the raft.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that he's
studying again.
Yeah, what they were able to show is that he's still able to manipulate while in prison, kind of like El Chapo.
Yeah.
You know, and he was able
he had
to
that
get
little smirk on his face.
Yeah.
Like,
He was able to get all of the Flag Smashers killed at once.
Yeah.
All at once.
Yeah.
And boom. And he's like, cool.
But that
He's still
showed
pulling
it.
strings.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He was pulling the strings. He was pulling the
So
strings. That little smirk he gave at the end gave me that confirmation that he was pulling the strings.
Yeah.
Even from like the scenes where he's talking to his kids to him talking to Falcon and everything. He's giving his lies. He's spreading his seed.
He's basically like the little finger from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Did you watch Game of
If you
Thrones?
want to make, if you want to make that connection, yes, definitely. He's the little finger of Game of Thrones.
Shyster.
Yeah, he's the one that like makes it seem like he's pulling the strings.
Got my boys killed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems unsuspecting and harmless. You know?
Yeah,
It's
he
like, got no
dancing.
Yeah.
This guy's not gonna hurt anybody. And it's like, no, this is the most dangerous dude on the block. You know?
I mean, it's like that famous quote: "Don't underestimate the nice guy."
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Even though he's not really a nice guy.
No, he's
No, he's not a
actually-
nice guy. No,
Yeah.
but I mean, shit, he gave candy to kids.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
That's the real one.
No, I want to love him, but at the same time, I know he's a villain and he's a bad guy. So it's like
I did actually really enjoy
Yeah.
his performance
Yeah.
and his presence in the show.
Yeah, I hope.
Because I didn't really care for him in
Civil War, yeah.
Because it was just like,
well, they
okay,
didn't play
you're
him
a bad
well.
guy.
They didn't play him well. They didn't write him well, actually. Yeah,
but
they
they
didn't
just
write
made him
well.
more of a shyster in this one, and it's just like he seems.
Yeah, no, the writers on this show really made Zemo become who he is.
Yeah, and his fortunately his cause is a little bit sound, unfortunately. So it's like shit, he's a bad guy, but shit, he got a point.
That's what I love about this the
The
stage
whole
we're at.
dynamic.
It's
Yeah, you
just,
don't know who's the hero and who's the villain.
Yeah, Sam Carly.
It's just
Yeah,
who's the
you
worst.
feel for her. Yeah.
Who's the worst of the two evils right now? Let's take care of that.
Yeah.
And then the other evil, well, that's probably gonna.
Yeah,
be
but like
Falcon.
even in, like this isn't even the last episode, but it's the episode when Sam talks to Carly Morgenthau about like who she is and everything and what she's representing and all that. Like that's where you start to really feel like who's the enemy in this like story, you know?
Yeah.
So I say all that to say this because we saw him pulling strings from behind the scenes. I'm kind of hoping that we still get a Masters of Evil.
I think
love
that's
to see
definitely
that.
what they're
I would
building.
love to see a Masters.
They're building of that. Yeah, no, they're building that.
Yeah,
They're building that for
I
sure.
mean, how can you have Zemo in that prison without
him thinking about teaming up with
yeah,
other villains.
Because that's what he does. He's gonna pull strings.
Yeah.
He's gonna manipulate people.
Yeah,
And
you know, the Masters of Evil are coming. It may not be next season, because there will be a next season. Don't mistake that.
it won't be a part of this phase.
No,
No,
it won't.
I think
it won't be a part of this phase.
I think Zemo's.
They're gonna have 2 movies before they have Zemo's real intentions come out.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I want to call it 2 movies. 2 movies.
Which would be Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably.
Yeah. And then after that, they're gonna dive into Zemo.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, in the comics, Baron Zemo is famous for forming a team known as the Masters of Evil.
Yeah.
They were
For
pretty
all
much
those comic nerds.
Yeah, they're pretty much the first super villain team to fight the Avengers.
Yeah,
and
don't-
he formed them.
And don't feel
But that's
bad,
the
because
main.
I learned from these guys.
Yeah,
so.
no, we're the comic nerds in the group. Yeah, so we're talking to the comic nerds in the community here.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a possibility that we might see Zemo form the Masters of Evil in the
because
movies,
the Masters
just like
of
he
Evil
did
was
in
the main
comics.
villains.
Yeah.
They're really like in every comic, like whenever the Avengers are fighting a villain, it's always either somebody from the Masters of Evil
That's true.
or the entire group
Yeah.
of Masters of Evil.
That's true.
Yeah,
And he formed that, so
yeah.
keep your eyes peeled for that.
Yeah, Zemo, he's coming.
Yep.
If you see it, we called it here first.
We called it here first.
They have
For
to do
everybody.
that. They have to
Before
do that.
Screen Rant or Crush.
String Crush, yeah.
Crush.
Yeah, we called it before them.
No.
Masters of
probably
Evil.
not, probably not,
I've seen
probably
2 videos now where he's just like, oh, by the way, the prison he's at is actually That's honestly, fuck you guys. That's actually
String Crush got it. I saw it.
Screen Crush. We'll put a link down below.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Please shout us out too, Screen Crush.
yeah, please. We could use it. But yeah.
9 for me, 8.5 for you, 10 for you. I say that's a solid A
It's a great
minus
show.
to an A.
Yeah.
A minus to an A.
If you like,
all around,
if you like superheroes, if you love Marvel, you can't go wrong. If you
Yeah.
haven't watched the show, if you
dive into it.
dive into it, have fun. All the episodes are out now. You can knock it out in a day if you.
I recommend binging it. Yeah.
Binge it. I was actually thinking about binging WandaVision now, like watching all the episodes back to back. Just
Yeah, week
because
to
there's-
week, and then now watching it binge.
Just to see if I can see all the things I may
Yeah.
have missed, But I have other shit to watch right now. So
Oh yeah, I feel it. I feel it. I'm rewatching One Piece, so don't even get me started.
I'm watching.
That's 800 episodes. Like fuck.
Wait, you said Invincible?
Yeah, I'm watching Invincible right now.
Dude, wait, have
Yeah.
you finished it or have you?
I've seen every episode so far. Did they release a new one yet?
No, they haven't. No, so you're caught up.
I'm caught up.
Oh,
That show's nuts.
that's a show that you have to
Is that
watch.
the show Russell was talking
Yeah,
about?
Yes.
on the-
Yeah, no, that's a show. Like, if
I'll
you
check it
like,
out.
if you like animated superhero shows, that is one to watch.
Like cartoon or like
Cartoon,
3D?
yeah, cartoon,
Okay.
yeah, cartoon, yeah.
It's just a good show.
Hand drawn, yeah, yeah.
It's just a good show.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
if-
that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
nothing
you'll love
to
the
watch.
writing, and even if it's hand drawn, like the way that the camera work is done, if you want to call it camera
Yeah.
work, you would agree that I'm down for this.
And take 2.
And
All right. Well, we'll end it there. Happy campers.
Happy campers, all of you people watching.
That take your time of your day, of your special time. Just thank you so much. We have a lot of fun doing this. We love nerding out. We love talking shit, and sometimes maybe bring some hope, peace, love, and unity in the world
Some balance.
by not talking about Logan's little brother.
God damn it.
But anyway, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the salty content, and the popcorn was even more delicious. I'm still working on this end tag. That one wasn't too bad.
Yep. Like, subscribe, comment, join the conversation, people,
Yeah.
because we read them. We do.
The very few of them.
Very few, but we read every little bit.
And we
because
take it to heart.
it's easier when it's few, but we like it if it's more.
Because it gives us more to read. Because
Yeah,
we're going to read them.
Yeah,
And,
we're readers.
And we'll probably respond too.
Yeah.
We want to engage with everything and everyone. So, anyway, guys, have yourselves a beautiful rest of your week, month, year, whatever. Happy birthday if it's a birthday,
Yeah, if you're sharing the same birthday as Dalton, yeah, happy birthday to you guys.
Say, April
29th.
April 29th. So, there you go. All right. Peace out, guys. Much love.
Yo.
I want to.
It's gonna be me.